What's up, man? You've been in here a lot lately. I appreciate that. Um, you seem to be a one of the more what's the word I'm looking for? More daily live watchers. So I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well this evening. Only gonna be out here for a few minutes if I can get any people in here. Because figured I'd kill a few minutes by just chatting if anybody is in here. But if not, I'll get going. It's because it's only gonna be a few minutes anyways. Oof, 1:58 in the morning. Oh boy. I think you mentioned, aren't you in high school? So you probably should, if it's 1:58 in the morning, you probably should be sleeping. But forgive me if I mistaked you for somebody else. If anybody else is in here, what's going on? As we're about to enter June, the last day of May, we are less than a month away from Drake being 40 years old. So there's a fun fact for y'all. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy your day off, man. Enjoy your day off. I know that anytime when I had days off at school, I was very happy. Yeah, of course, man. Not looks like there's not much traction going on here. If anybody else is watching, you want to comment, feel free. I'll probably go live until about maybe 10 more minutes if I'm lucky to get some people in here who actually want to interact. Besides this person here who seems like a good subscriber. I believe they're a subscriber to the channel. So, how you guys doing this evening? Have I seen the guy on subreddit who posted the AI clip and don't tell me what to do? No, I have not seen that. I assume it's a Drake and Josh thing, but no, I have not seen that. You see, this is where when it comes to AI stuff, this is where I can't stand it. When it becomes either too realistic or just too unrealistic. There's really no in between. I very much enjoyed when there wasn't AI, quite frankly, um, because it just makes things a lot harder to know what's real and what's not. Uh, and, you know, it's just bullshit. Unfortunately, the stuff is only going to continue to ramp up as the years go on. We're at a point now where cars can drive themselves. So, I'll never personally get in sorry if you guys heard that noise, but anyways, I'll never personally get in one of those cars that drives on its own. Yeah, I've seen my buddy Jeremy used to show me those clips before. So I think I have seen that before. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The only footage of that should be coming from Nickelodeon, which, I would not believe that Nickelodeon would put AI to that stuff, but that's the only place where the widescreen things that haven't been released in widescreen before should be coming from, in my opinion. Oh, okay. Interesting. If anybody else is in here, besides, and for I'm gonna butcher pronouncing your username, but Quaju TSU 74. I agree. I completely agree. You know, because that's basically trickery. You know, you're tricking people into thinking that something's real, and that's messed up in my opinion. You know, that's the part of AI I don't like, especially. Okay, all right, got it. Thank you for clarifying that. We got a few other viewers in here, so if anybody else wants to ask a question, comment, whatever, feel free to do so. Oh, sorry. Dropped my other phone on my main phone for this. Uh, Drake's got a show tomorrow at City Winery in Nashville. Not sure if any of you guys are going to be attending that or not, but that should be a fun show. If you guys remember from Quiet Outset, or not from Quiet Outset, from the podcast with the Good Guys episode, that's where Drake went to rehab back in 2023, was in Nashville. So I like when I see that Drake's back in Nashville because he's probably got people that he still um, went to rehab with, or just connections with that whole thing. So I'm sure those people are probably going to be at the show tomorrow because I believe they were last year too. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, I had that one live the other night where it was like fantastic. Like it was like there were so many people coming in here, but now it's a little bit harder. But you know, as a content creator, you just never really know, you know, especially because I don't, you know, I just kind of go live whenever, you know. So it's just unfortunate that um, you know, it's like this, but I probably could do things a little bit better to get more people in here, but you know, that's on me to figure out. Being here for about 5 more minutes if anybody wants to ask or say anything. What is this thing here at the bottom? Sorry, I'm looking at something that my live is offering me. I don't know why that's in a YouTube live, but okay. Anyways, sorry about that. Well, because it's fairly limited here on the well, actually, I probably no, since I'll probably keep this live public, I probably shouldn't do what I was gonna show you, but there's some times where I show exclusives off, but I still haven't gotten the okay to show exclusive off. So I'll have to check in with this person and then explain kind of the story, but obviously I would never actually reveal who this came from. Um, yeah, I mean, technically we could, but I'm kind of a private person, so you know, but you know, you have my email, so you know, you could chat with me there. If you don't want to be in here because you're the only one commenting, that's fine. You know, sorry that you know, there's other people watching this that don't want to engage, but you know, I can't control that. So, yeah, I'll only be on here for a few more minutes anyway, so I'm out of here by 8:10. Um, but I do appreciate you being in here and commenting. So, yeah. It always seems like also one of my, like, real friends, you know, always jump in at the last minute too. "Oh, we have somebody else. Patrick, what's going on? How you doing?" Second, finally someone new. Oh, that's cool. Lane Napper. I've talked about Lane Napper before. Former dialogue coach and dance, um, you know, would do the choreography for in the shows as well. Very underrated person for Nickelodeon, who I feel deserves a lot more credit. But that's pretty cool. And also, this is besides the point, whatever. But Lane's, aged very well. He doesn't really look any different than when he was on the shows. I've never actually talked to him or met him in person before formally. I did comment a few things, and there were a few times he would like things or he would reply back with a comment. I tried to reach him for the video response series, but I could never get a hold of him. One of my friends actually could get a hold of him, whatever, and tried to pass along the message. I can't remember if he saw it and didn't say anything or whatever, but I did try, obviously. Although, yes, he was. I was thinking, was he in Drake and Josh? Yes, he was in Drake and Josh at the very. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I literally just said my real life friends come in. It always seems like right as I'm about to end the live. I literally just said that as a joke, and one of my real life friends just came in here. So that seems to track. That's happened multiple times. Unbelievable. But anyways, yeah. Well, like, I guess I could stay in here for 5 more minutes now that we've got some traction going on at the last minute. It almost feels like a joke at this point, right as I'm about to say I'm about to end live, then people are, let's make him go a few minutes longer. So yeah, you guys win. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Um, but anyways, so okay. Oh, nice. Are you getting the standard DVD or are you getting the double feature with the Suddenly Brothers? Because those are the only two licensed Go Hollywood DVDs. Obviously, bootlegs are a whole different story, but um, it's one of those two. Either just the standard release, which I've had Drake sign twice, or the combo double feature of which I'm talking about US releases. Obviously, international releases are a little bit different because there is Go Hollywood on its own for international releases. But if you're in the United States, there's only two options that were released to us, which is the standard DVD in 2006, and then the uh, double feature c- that came out in 2008, but it uses the original 2005 Suddenly Brothers DVD and the original 2006 Go Hollywood DVD. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, YouTube is just so wonky. Their system is so wonky. But I do like Go Hollywood on DVD, regardless of whether it's the double feature or the standard for the US releases, because it has Helen's Surgery and Mindy's Back on there, which are two exclusive episodes to DVDs in the United States. Those ones never had any other formal treatment. Obviously, when it comes to bootlegs, that's a whole separate thing because pretty much anybody can make a bootleg of anything, right? That doesn't mean it's legal, um, but when it comes to license things from Nickelodeon themselves, Viacom, whoever the fuck it is that makes all that stuff, um, that was the only time those episodes actually made it to DVD. Was on the Drake and Josh Go Hollywood set. Thank you, I appreciate that. That is a season 4 picture of Drake and Josh. Right at the very end, of when they were doing the show for the regular show, obviously not for the Christmas one time off movie. Um, oh, we're just talking about. I don't even know. We're just talking. So yeah, it is cool that Tony Hawk was in Go Hollywood. It would have been nice if they could have gotten Matthew Perry like they were supposed to, but that's separate. Um, Anyways, do you personally remember some 16 airing on Nickelodeon? I personally do not. Watching, yeah, I do remember watching Dance Contest premiere on yeah, 16 by 9. Um, I could have recorded it if I wanted to, but it had already come out years before on the Brotherly Bonding set, so I really had no interest in it. But looking back, I probably should have because it had the 2021 Nick logo on there. I think this was when Drake and Josh was on Teen Nick, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Excuse me. Sad that Amanda Bynes never had a guest appearance on any other. You know what's interesting about that is that Larry Thomas, who played Mr. Galloway in the Two Idiots and a Baby episode, he didn't do a video response for me, and there's kind of a reason why, but he was willing to email with me, and you could check that out on Childhood DVD Fan. But if you go to his video on the video response series, he actually mentions how Amanda Bynes was actually on the set for the Two Idiots and a Baby episode. I'm pretty sure my memory serves me correctly that he said that. So I included that obviously in the email, you know, for you guys to be able to see. Um, so Amanda was on the set at least for that episode. As a matter of fact, we are going to double check that, and then I really got to get going. So, anyways, let me just make sure that that's correct because I haven't looked back at his email um, responses in quite a long time. So let me make sure that that is in fact correct from my memory. Um, he was gracious enough to email with me. Um, so let's see here. Um, uh, yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is Larry Thomas. This was one of the questions that I had asked. Let me see what the question was. You can check out the rest of the video, but the question was for this one in that episode, Josh falls off the ladder and onto you by accident. I'm assuming a stunt double was used in that scene for you or Josh. Were stunt doubles used? Which is obviously the standard, but I still wanted confirmation. And then this was his response: yes, for me only. The Josh that fell off the roof was a dummy. When I was informed I would need a stunt double for that, I quickly suggested my friend Max Daniels, as he looks a lot like me. The stunt coordinator knew him, and it was a done deal. It's great to get friends a job if you get the chance. After dropping the dummy on Max, they had to close up on Josh lying on top of me. That was very funny and a little uncomfortable for both Josh and myself, as he had to be lying on me as they set up the shot and did a couple of takes. One funny thing was that Amanda Bynes visited the set and came over at that exact moment, so I had to meet her lying under Josh. All in all, we joked quite a bit. So, yes, it's sad that Amanda never actually appeared on camera for Two Idiots and a Baby, but according to Larry Thomas, I'm going to take his word for it. Amanda was on the set before for Drake and Josh. So, yeah, you can check that. You can check the rest of his responses out at Childhood DVD Fan. Go check out the video response series, although I haven't updated it in forever. Anyways, yes, they did use. I'm 99% sure that they used stunt doubles for those as well. The back, if you remember that the footage that Lane Napper put out, there were stunt doubles for that as well. So yes, I would assume so. Anyways, let me catch up here and then I'm gonna get going. So even though there was some choreography, I'm certain that 2021 was the last time during it. Yeah, I think 2021 was kind of the last time that it aired on television for anything. Did Drake ever date Amanda? I don't. I think they possibly did. I know that Amanda dated Aaron Carter back in that time. Um, but I want to say yes. I do believe that Drake and Amanda dated. I don't know for how long. But I can't say for sure. If they actually did date, but I believe if they did, it was short. But the only one that I can confirm is Aaron Carter did date Amanda Bynes during that time period for a little while. But that's about it. And which, by the way, rest in peace to Aaron Carter. But that's about all I can confirm for that. Um, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was cool that she was on the set, according to Larry Thomas. The answers are very detailed. So, you know, uh, that makes me believe his stories, But anyways, guys, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you for kind of tuning in at the last minute, having some conversation. It just, of course, took a while to get going as per usual. And I'm sorry that I couldn't stay for longer. But anyways, guys, go check out some of the recent videos that I've put on Childhood DVD Fan. As far as my next video, I'm really not sure. What I'm going to be putting out on Childhood DVD Fan next. I have a few ideas in mind, because as much as I love Drake and Josh, it almost feels like that channel has become a Drake and Josh exclusive channel, and um, I don't want to lose sight of the other shows that I've, done, which, and have had a huge impact. So I 101, Neds, iCarly, all these other things. But like, there's not really a whole lot to go off of when it comes to the actors or actresses in those shows. Because I do spend a lot of time focused on, being a Drake fan and building, connections that way. But I don't wanna lose sight of those shows, so what exactly I'm gonna be doing as far as those, I will try to figure out and just figure out my direction for that channel in general, but uh, if you guys ever have any ideas or if there's something you're interested in, possibly, you can always email me, DrakeJoshSuperfan@gmail.com. And if it's something that I think is worth making a video on, I'd be more than happy to do it and give you credit if you wanted it. Or even if you didn't want any public credit, I'd still, give you credit privately. So, anyways, guys, thank you for the few people in here. Philip earlier. I think you said you wanted to be called one or two names, so I'm just gonna go back, make sure that I'm calling you right. Yeah, Philip, I believe, one of my other good friends in here. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, this has been Drake and Josh, super fan and childhood DVD fan. I will keep this live up because the last time I was on a live, it was chaotic, to say the least, because of how the NostalgiaCon website was working. So I'm glad that we don't have that going on tonight. Anyways, guys, check out some of the recent videos. And like I said, if you ever want to shoot me an email, for anything, ask me any questions or, you want to see video ideas or, possibly me doing a video on something, just email me, Drake Josh Superfan, just exactly as it is. No upper cases, no lower cases. And there's no and in between the Drake and Josh. It's just Drake Josh Superfan at gmail.com. Anyways, this has been Drake and Josh Superfan and Childhood DVD Fan. Have a good night, guys. So long, everyone.